Hmm. Oh. Good evening, children, and welcome to another installment of Weekend Wankshop here with your good pal, Uncle Ben, the only weekly lick lesson series hosted by a guy who's managed to successfully jump over the flagpole. You know, Suckamaniacs, this week is Uncle Ben's birthday, so I figured it'd be a great way to start my 31st trip around the sun by sharing a lick with you guys from something that I've enjoyed my entire life, video games. Before I earned my first Ibanez RG by winning a game of Russian roulette, I spent a lot of my youth playing video games, and like most people my age, it all started with Super Mario Brothers. If you're one of those people that says Mario instead of Mario, you can just turn this video right the hell off, because I don't tolerate your kind. Anybody who's played that game knows that there's no more satisfying sound than hearing those awesome 8-bit arpeggios that play at the end of a level whenever you jump on top of that flagpole. It's also a great thing to put on the guitar to learn some new arpeggio shapes and get you playing a lick that burns hotter than the flames of Bowser. But as always, before we begin, let's hear that lick again at goomba speed. And as always, you can find a full tab for this lick on my Instagram page, so be sure to go check out Ben Eller Guitars on Instagram, find the tab for the lick, learn it, make a video of you playing it, and upload it to Instagram along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. That way I can check out that progress and see how you doing. This lick is based around 3 different arpeggios, a C major, to an A flat major, to a B flat major, and then returns back to a C. An arpeggio is nothing more than the notes of a chord played one at a time instead of all together, and you can find out what notes are in a chord by playing the first, third, and fifth notes of its scale. So in other words, like with a C major chord or arpeggio, if I wanted to know what notes were in there, I would look at the C major scale and play the first, third, and fifth notes of it, which in this case is C, E, and G. So any C arpeggio or C chord is made up of first, third, and fifth of that C scale. Same with the A flat. If I want to know what's in there, I just look at the first, third, and fifth of the A flat scale, which are A flat, C, and E flat. As for the B flat, that's B flat, D, and F, which you could find as the first, third, and fifth notes of the B flat scale. It's a concept so easy even a whomp could do it. Most of the time arpeggios are played with a technique called sweep picking, and if you need more advice about that, I definitely recommend you check out my This Is Why You Suck at Guitar Lesson 4, Your Sweep Picking Sucks video, which will contain all the information that you need to know about how to do that really well and work on your muting and stuff like that. There's also a second part of that. This is Why You Suck at Guitar Lesson 4.2. I think it's Your Sweep Picking Still Sucks or something like that. That contains a lot of different exercises and things you can use to practice that. So if sweep picking is something you struggle with, check that out. It'll level you up pretty hard. This lick isn't too bad to play. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near like Lost Levels difficulty. More like Super Mario Brothers 2 kind of difficulty. Footloose, fancy free, still a little tricky. It starts off with the C major arpeggio, which like we said is the note C, E, G. And in this case, I'm going to play it by starting off with the G note. Because again, I can start on whatever note I want to. As long as it's a note C, E, G, it will be a C chord. So in this case, what we're going to do is to play the 3rd fret on the low E and hammer on to the 8th fret low E. That's a huge stretch to start with, 3 to 8. So be sure to keep your wrist really low. See how my wrist is very well below the guitar neck? That keeps my palm away from the neck. Whenever the wrist is high and the palm is high, those stretches just can't happen. Your fingers are too long, so they have to bend in half to even make it to the neck, so you just can't stretch very well. So be sure to keep a good low hand posture here. Anyway, I'm playing the 3rd fret low E, hammer on to 8, G to C, 7th fret on the A string, 5th fret D, 5th fret G, 5th fret B. Now you'll notice those last 3 strings I played all with the same finger, and you're probably going to be tempted just to flat out bar. That's not going to do the trick. You need to roll so that you're hearing just one of those notes go by at a time. You go from fingertip to knuckle to kind of the underside of the finger. Again, that's covered in those Your Sweet Picking Sucks videos, so check those out if you need help with that. Then play the 8th fret B, and then back to the 5 on the B. So we got... Up next, we've got the A flat arpeggio. Now, the way that I'm going to play this is to use this one arpeggio shape and jump in octaves, which I'm always a fan of using octaves to jump around in a lick like this. It sounds cool, and it's usually not too difficult to play. Now, in this case, we're going to play this chord triad a different way. We're going to play root, 3rd, and 5th like this. There's a really easy shape that you can learn to play any major chord triad. You're going to play the root note, in this case, fret 4 on the low E, the A flat note. Fret number 8, so in other words, 2 whole steps up. There you go, 4 to 8. And then 6, so kind of in the middle of those 2 notes on the next string. In this case, the A string, fret number 6. So it's 4, 8, 6. Notice I use a hammer on right there. You can use that to play any chord triad, a G, an A, a B, whatever you want to do. So anyway, we're going to play that. And then we're going to play the exact same lick, but up an octave. And I don't mean jumping up 12 frets. I mean the same way you found this note to begin with. Just begin it from this note instead. So the 6th fret on the D string, play that exact lick. So you're going to go 6, hammering on to 10, 8th fret G. So now we got... And then what we're going to do is to play that 9th fret B string. It's also an A flat note. Same as that, same as that. So again, it's just that starting note, just up a couple of octaves. And then go back and play the 8th fret on the G. So it's... And then lastly, we've got the B flat arpeggio, which is pretty much the same thing. Just cut off the last note and start off on a B flat, of course. So again, this is the same kind of octave jumping chord triad shape. I'm going to have 6, hammering on to 10, 8th fret on the A, and then I'm just going to scoot right under there and play the exact same shape. So this is going to be 8, hammering on to 12, 10 on the G, and then the very last note in this sequence is going to be that 11th fret B. Again, the root note, B flat. Same thing that we started on there. So that's just going to go. And then after this, we're going to play a B flat triad followed by a C triad. Now the way I'm going to play the B flat is like this. Here's the root note, so 11th fret on the B. You're going to have a 10th fret G above that. That's the 5 of the chord. And then the 12th fret on the D string, that'll be our 3. Play those 3 strings 3 times. And then I'm just going to move that chord shape up 2 frets, 1 whole step. And now it's a C. 13th fret B, 12th fret G, 14th fret D. And of course, if you want to come home with a princess, you gotta have some money, which is why you need those fat coin noises. Which I'm playing using some harmonics here. Harmonic is where I just lightly place my finger on the string. I'm not fretting it, I'm not pushing down. You're gonna put it right above the fret wire. See, I'm right above the 5th fret right now. And again, just very lightly touching it. So what I'm going to do here is to pick the 5th fret B string harmonic, and then the 5th fret high E string harmonic right under it. Now those 2 notes right there kind of give you the coin noise, but I find if you strike the B a couple of times and then the high E, it really makes it sound like you're racking up fat stacks of coins. So there you go, kids, a classic sick lick to add to the good old wank bank. Get that one down and you're going to be tripping shrooms with Toad in no time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. Again, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Eller Guitars. Make a video of you playing it along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. Put that on old Instagram. Make Uncle Ben proud. Be sure to hit me up for some one-on-one Skype lessons. BenEllerGuitars@gmail.com is my email address. Hit me up and we'll talk about rates and times and all that jazz so we can hook you up with the lessons that you need to become a star. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.